Welcome to Graya Overload. I'm Anthony, and in more surprising news between Intel and AMD this week, Intel is hiring Raja away from AMD. He used to be the head of the AMD Radeon Technology Group. With Intel hiring Raja Koduri, he joins Intel as chief architect to drive unified vision across cores and visual computing. So, and congratulations to Raja on this position and going and continue to go pursue his dream and what he wants to accomplish. Congratulations to him on that, very much so. But with him joining Intel, this is going to expand Intel's leading position in integrated graphics for the PC market with high-end discrete graphic solutions for a broad range of computing segments, as well as this is going to Intel saying that this will unify and expand differential IP across computing, graphics, media, imaging, and machine intelligence capabilities to the client and data center segments, artificial intelligence, and emerging opportunities like edge computing. So this is a broad area, broad segment, and it's going to be really interesting to me to watch as Intel tries to go into all these segments and have a competing product with what is turning out to be a Nvidia grounds of everything there. So I'm very surprised that Intel's going in this direction. I have some interesting thoughts on it, I think, because I'm wondering where Intel's trying to go with this, and I kind of see where they want to get to, but are they going to put the groundwork in to get there? I've seen some things in Intel in the past where they don't always, they start down the road and then they stop laying the road and then they stop altogether. And I hope that if they are going and they continue through and finish their vision in this a little bit here. But just going on to AMD, AMD has a loss here from Raja leaving and he was the head of the Radeon Technology Group. So this is a big loss for AMD as well. But I think with Lisa Su's leadership right now, she has brought in the right people, and that team of people that she's brought in, they can still be very successful and still grow and still have innovation as well. Nothing should really stop them on doing that. It's only really themselves that they've pulled out Ryzen this year, which is a great achievement, and they've had Vega, which was a big underachievement overall, but they're back in that high-end graphics segment. That there were some red marks with it, but they're back there, right? They have some of that, and I think that Lisa Su, she's not the only key, but she has brought a team of people, and they've done a great job on doing that. And they just need to keep pursuing what they're pursuing, and if they stick to what they are capable of, I think that they're very capable company as well going forward. But and AMD just had that deal with Intel also to provide graphics chips for their Core H processors. So there's that, they're going there too. So there's some interesting involvement here going forward. That what is going to happen with that relationship, and how is that going to be affected moving forward, depending upon what Intel goes into. Right, they're focusing on a large segment to do this, but that's very interesting to me on where that's all going. But I think that more of this whole Intel bringing in Raja and Intel working with AMD for some graphics chips in the short term at least, is that they're going after Nvidia. They are trying to compete with Nvidia at a higher rate, and Nvidia has amazing parallelization compute with their like Volta is already here when Pascal has been here for a while. They have some with CUDA here. I've used some CUDA. It's amazing. The software stack is so easy to use up and down, like across the different devices, right? And so there's some great performance from it as well. And NVIDIA owns the space right now. There's really nobody else majorly in that space. AMD's getting into it right now with Vega starting, and yeah, it's a fun space to be in, and Intel has seen that there's a lot of money there, right? A lot of the high performance computing stuff right now, it's basically all Nvidia all over the place. You know, AMD's starting to break into some areas here and there, but right now it's Nvidia is has their cake and they're eating it too, right? They have it all right now. And I was listening to some of the things that Nvidia's CEO was talking about here, and he was mentioning how they focus on basically one architecture, and they're getting very good at that, and they develop a software stack that's next to it's there's nobody that competes with it, right? It's amazing. And with that, he's able to deliver great performance for their customers. And you know, he has all this, and yeah, Nvidia may have to do something down here, but they have a great ecosystem that they can actually build off of, and that they already have going for them. So if they keep pursuing that, they also have great opportunities as well. You know, AMD's trying to enter in those markets, and as they release more products and improve upon what they already have out there, I think they have opportunities. But Intel here with this move is trying to jump into it. It's going to be very interesting with Intel jumping in and trying to get in all these areas. How well it's going to work. It's not trivial to go and just release a solution, compute solution, or graphics solution. Like Nvidia CEO said, we just left the G on the GPU. It's more of a parallel computing card now, but with that, Intel's trying to jump into that huge area, right, and do this. So I'm very interesting. Also, there's a minefield of patents between AMD and Intel so that you have to navigate through as well. And they hold a lot of patents between the two companies on a lot of this basically GPU side compute. And so it's going to be really interesting how this goes moving forward. I'm kind of excited to watch this and see what happens with it, because maybe we get back to a huge leap in huge competition between three companies if Intel's able to navigate everything they need to navigate through and commit to it. But it's kind of fun to watch here. It's a little bit of a shocking news. I'm going to be watching this, and I might have some more opinions as this rolls out, and to see what directions companies take because it's going to evolve, and to see how they compete with each other here. So with that, let me know what your comments are on this topic as well. I'm super interested in it. I'm still trying to go through and formulate everything that's going through my head with this as well. But I want to also thank you for watching. Thank you for helping grow this channel as well. I really appreciate it. And if you have any comments, leave them in the comment section below, and any questions as well. If you have something you want a video on, leave that in the comments below as well. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. Thanks for watching Graya Overload. If you like this content, be sure to subscribe.